What's up, y'all? It's your boy T-Quay Gaming, aka Sober from Starbucks in almost September, and I'm here with another war recap for Sons of Thunder, another Golden X clan that is also in the same family as the next level. Today we got 7 attacks that we're going to look at. These attacks have been pre-picked by me and one of the co-leaders there, Sam, so thank you for the assistance, Sam. And let's get right into it. So first, we got Itachi coming through with the Soham, aka using a bunch of sneaky goblins to take out the town hall, and then a massive kill squad into Dragon Riders. This opener is going to take a little bit, so while we're waiting on all these sneaky goblins to do their job, I just want to say real quick, we've reached 100 subscribers on the YouTube channel, and I want to thank every single one of you guys for making that happen. Regardless of how good or bad you think my content is, that doesn't happen without you guys. This is a fun hobby of mine, just making these videos, when I do it, because we know I'm inconsistent with the uploads. And it really does make me feel good to see that people genuinely enjoy watching these and support the channel. So thank you very much. It really is appreciated. I will be making some 100 subscriber specials. I don't know what, I don't know when, but they'll happen. So look forward to those hopefully coming within the next month or so. But now we got the kill squad portion of the attack, foreground heroes including the warden with the log launcher, designed to take out a massive chunk of the base, split sort of the base into 2 sides for dragon riders to clear, and take out a lot of splash because as you can see, there are bat spells. Now there's a bit of a disclaimer, this is my second take recording the video. I got 1.5 attacks into the last take before I noticed that my microphone had been muted the entire time. In the previous edition of recording this attack, I went on just a rant about how I think the bat spell needs to be stronger, but rest assured that's not going to happen this time. So when Dragon Riders are coming through this part of the base, they're not designed to take out the entire base by themselves. Dragon Riders can't really do that anymore. Their goal is to get splash damage to allow the bat spells, here placed underneath the dead zone of the scattershot radius, to finish off the rest of the base. This works because the quad hero push along with the drag riders and the sneaky goblins combined take out enough of the base to where the bat spells are able to finish it. Because I'm going to go way less in depth than I did the last time I tried saying this, but the bat spell is weak as fuck at Town Hall 14. So you can't rely on them to take out the entire base like you can at Town Hall 11, 12, or even 13. But with the Soham special, you don't need to. It's a very, very unique attack in the way it's sequenced, but when it works, as you can see here, it's fucking overkill. So great job, Itachi, and welcome to the channel. That archer's taking her sweet-ass time, goddamn. Reminds me of my co-worker. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, the second attack we're going to look at is on base number 5 from Gurmeet. And this is going to be a Super Bowler smash. One of the best methods for taking out ring bases in today's meta. Something that I struggle with, and hell, I might even try learning this combo because I desperately need answers for ring bases because I can't lollo them for shit. I was playing in a 1v1 tournament against Grove Street Bros. You've seen him on the channel a couple times. And I was terrified that he was just going to be an asshole and give me 3 ring bases because it's very well known that I can't hit these. Fortunately, he only gave me 1, but that ring base was so fucking toxic that I had to rely on Super Bowlers to try and take it out. And I've used Super Bowlers maybe 2 or 3 times ever before that. Somehow I 3-starred. The attack was fucking awful, but the point is, Super Bowlers work very well on ring bases. And if I could show you that attack, I would. But it shows that you do not have to be very good to make these Super Bowlers work. All you gotta do is use a Warden Walk to funnel one part. Use the Flame Flinger to funnel another part. Do whatever little tinkering with like mortars and yetis and shit that you gotta do to make that happen. Because some of these bases have defense mechanisms designed to target the Flame Flinger. But as you can see, the funnel is going through, and then Gurmeet is going to use the Archer Queen to pull the Warden away. And then this is going to be a tricky compartment to get through because of all these heroes, except that Gurmeet is going to fight them one at a time, which with the assistance of Headhunters makes it significantly easier. Now, he only has 1 Headhunter, so the Flame Flinger got targeted by that Expo, so it's unfortunately going to die early, but his job was done. Jump Spells goes into the core. Those Coco Loons are doing some work, picking off air traps, making sure the healers are safe. The King got delayed a bit. Might have forgotten to drop him. It happens. But you do want to send the King into the base. usually on this type of approach. But as you can see, if my internet is not distracting, the Super Bowlers are killing everything. Even without rages, their triple bounces, Jesus, are insane. And the Royal Champion is going to come from the low bottom to just flank and pick off everything on the outside. The Royal Champion can clear a hell of a lot of value because the King and Bowlers are also tanking a lot. And the Queen is finishing off what it needs to in the core. And this base is pretty much wrecked. Textbook way of using the attack. Great job. Hopefully my commentary is a little better today than it was for the last video. I am complete, as I said at the beginning, I did not smoke before this one, but last video I was up there. But now we got Edgar X coming through with Queen Walk Hybrid. Now almost immediately, just looking at this base, that multi-inferno behind the Town Hall, it kind of looks like a base building error, because normally that would be a single inferno, and although there is one here, you can see the inferno. Its range extends out to where the Queen would fight the Town Hall, and so does the Clan Castle, especially if it's triggered at an awkward time, to where it's going to be likely that unless Hog Riders are used in advance to lure the Clan Castle early, which I don't think will be the case here, because since it's a multi-inferno, you can fight the Clan. What I'm trying to say is if that was a single inferno right here, the Queen would be distracted by most likely a Lava Hound from the Clan Castle, while she was in range of the single inferno, and lots of spells would need to be used to take out the inferno. So base building error makes this a lot easier to hybrid. Yes, I know this is single, but what's the Queen going to do over there? The hybrid's going to take it out. As I predicted, it's the 9 Archer, 1 Headhunter Lava Hound combination, and here's what I mean earlier. That inferno is now targeting the Queen. But since it's a multi-inferno, she's chilling. There's no problem. If it was a single inferno, Edgar would have already had to use his free spell, probably use a second free spell right now, and depending on the timing with the Town Hall poison, an invisibility spell or the Queen ability would also need to be used. But that's not the case here. So J-Dub, fix your fucking base, bro. Now, the hybrid comes in from here, and the hybrid is also designed to push the Queen off towards this Warden area. Get the Royal Champion, distract that scatter, maybe loop over for that Inferno if it's not there. Damn, a Tornado's already over there. Yeah, this base needs a bit of work, let's be real. The Siege Barracks and King were doing a bit of funneling, but they walked in to help the hybrid, which wound up working alright. And the Siege Barrack Hogs run... No, never mind, those are the wrong Hogs. Nice wall breaker there. Gets the Queen access to this Inferno, allowing her to sort of keep the hybrid all in that one place out there while the funneling is occurring, sending the hybrid further that way. Royal Champion comes through, but due to the Warden tower also being there, invisibility spell is used to protect the Queen, and her ability is still up. If you keep the Queen this healthy and there's this little of the base left, you're either going to time fail or triple because you have enough power because she can finish anything off. But the Royal Champion is also healthy. Keeping those two things healthy are a pretty big part of hybrid, and it's pretty much just swept through and just killed the base. Great attack. Next up on the list, that was base 11. We're looking at base 15. We got Ronnie Hexama channel again, using Blizzard Lalo again. And as I said before, Ronnie is pretty good with Blizzard Lalo. My notifications didn't really go on to Do Not Disturb properly, so thank you for the shout out, Sam. I six-packed in the current war for Sons of Thunder, which also is my debut for this clan. I'm going to be playing here a lot. But that was a nice Blizzard to... Let's rewind that. I wasn't really focused on it. But as you can see, the blimp got into the core. That is a great way of taking out ring bases, but one that I'm a little nervous about trying without using the Warden, because it can be hard to predict Black Mines, and I'm a little scared of them because I have a history of getting blimps baited. But Ronnie does play esports for Golden X and Hello Leagues, so he knows his shit. He's probably better than I am with this. So one thing that's important to note is look at this Hound angle. The Hound was deployed by this elixir pump and crosses over to that air defense. Why not use the Hound up here by the blimp? Well, the Hound would have gone to this army camp, then the Archer Tower, and then the air defense, and align that way while the blimp is going straight across, meaning that any black air mines in this area of all the buildings I'm tapping, the Hound would have not have triggered them, which they would have killed the blimp, the Blizzard would have landed like here, and Ronnie would have been in some big trouble. Now, there did not wind up being black bombs there. But little things like that, such as targeting your hound at a specific angle to get more coverage of tanking air mines, that is a big, big way to help improve your blizzards and make them less likely to get killed. Some great invisibility spells, maneuvering them over certain defenses as they're dying to allow that multi-inferno to eventually be hit. Because it was so compact that he couldn't make everything visible at the start without exposing the super wizards. But throughout the patience, and look at that blizzard value, man. He's still got the warden. This base is kind of just wrecked already. So, gonna use the queen up there with the baby dragon as a bit of an anchor point, and send the Sui down here. I'm assuming the goal is this Inferno, this Scatter Shot, maybe even the Arch Queen, and the Lalo just sweeps in through here, which, let's be honest, that is a very, very easy Lalo, because that was a great Blizzard. If you do the Blizzard and the Sui that well, you don't need to be amazing. You don't need to have a lethal Lalo. Ronnie does have a lethal Lalo. Don't take that as me saying he doesn't. But the point is, Blizz Lalo is one of those combos where if you just nail one or two parts of the attack, you can kind of not necessarily slack off, but not have to worry about getting the other parts of the attack right. Now I've got a feeling he's actually going to send the loons from this part to keep the World Champion tanked. Yeah, and have everything work together. That's something I've stressed in pretty much every Blizz Lalo replay that I show, because it really is one of those little things that maybe seems inconsequential, but allows for you to get a lot more out of your loons. So the loons are just chilling. The headhunters have killed the enemy world champion already, are killing the barbarian king, and are still alive. Warden ability is saved, and as I said before, this base got fucked. Do the Blizzard and the Sui that well, you don't need to have an amazing Lalo. And if you do have an amazing Lalo, then you get to swag a shit ton of spells like Ronnie did. Awesome, awesome raid. Hopefully all of y'all learning Blizz Lalo try to take something from that. We got 3 more raids. Looking at base number, 23. My handwriting's terrible. We got Lark coming in with a Queen Walk Dragon Rider hits. This is a combo that, before my massive hiatus in both Clash and YouTube, was arguably the best. I won't even say arguably. I think this was the best attack in the game, because it was right after the Dragon Riders came out. They're overpowered as fuck and could clear bases on their own, and it was super easy. But over the many months that I was gone, they got nerfed. Then they got nerfed again, and then they got nerfed and nerfed again. I believe the changes are some amount of a slower movement speed. That's the one I'm uncertain of. And then I know for sure that they have less range and significantly less health now than they did when they first came out. What I'm trying to say is this attack, Queen Walk Riders, is still viable, but it is a shit ton harder than it used to be. And you have to be a lot better with both queen charges and keeping synergy of the attack, as in making sure the Drag Riders work together with every part of the attack. It's a very, very, very skill-based attack now, and probably the combo that I have the lowest hit rate with by far at the moment. So yeah, Queen's charging the Town Hall, and then Lark is sending the Dragon Riders early, with the Royal Champion and the Stone Slammer. It might seem counterproductive sending all of those together, but the Dragon Riders need that additional support, otherwise they're not going to make it through the base. You don't really have to pass them, because their range is still kind of busted. But another important thing about sending the Dragon Riders at this time is, just like with a hybrid attack, the Queen is getting forced down here, and Lark is a jump spell, so the Queen will be able to go through here, get the Scatter Shot, Air Defense, Expo, all that, meaning all the Dragon Riders have to do is get through here. And then like a hybrid, the World Champion is going to stay healthy throughout, which means the Dragon Riders have a little bit of backup. But they're just sweeping through the base. World Champion kind of just went ahead. She a bad bitch. She do what she wants. But everything's kind of all over the place. But it's like that way with hybrid sometimes too. It's kind of just like a wave just sweeping through the base. And it looks like Lark is going to have some swag spells, but he chooses to use them anyway, which is good because I would too. Got to overkill the base, you know. And great hit. I'm trying to make this combo work in my attacks again, bro. It's not going well for me. I triple literally like 1 out of 10 times with this attack, and yet I keep trying it. It's a lot harder. I think I'm stuck in like the old habits with that attack, but that's just a rant for another time. And now we got Flycast coming in with the Queen Walk Lalo. And is this? Did I show this base in my last video? It looks a bit familiar. I'm not sure if it is the same one. We're watching this replay anyway, but it looks very similar to the base that Vengeance from Next Level hits, and probably works the same way because a lot of these diamonds, you can take them all out with the same style of Kill Squad Lalo with Queen Walkers. Queen kind of gets a bit sidetracked, but Flycast is being patient, waiting for her to commit to a direction, and then he's going to use the Kill Squad to actually assist to push the Queen further to the left. Because if you look, I think I hit this base before. If you look at the shaping of the space, once the Queen goes to a direction, she will just walk through here. You're going to have to funnel these corners. This applies to the other corner too. You're going to have to funnel all these trash buildings, but then you can just jump her straight into this single Inferno and kill the Town Hall. The Eagle in this scatter shot would be a problem, but that's what the Log Launcher and Kill Squad are designed for. So the King pops the ability early to do some funneling. That's a good skill-based moment. And I'm actually not sure if this is going to be a Ground Warden hit. I assumed it was. But the King's going to tank for the RC. Hopefully get that Inferno, all this shit, and that enemy Royal Champion. Probably a smart investment using that Rage, because a Rage Royal Champion is kind of crazy. The only downside is that there's only one Rage left for the Queen. But seeing that the Warden's going to be used with the air, the Town Hall is probably designed for the Lalo to kill. Yeti Bomb comes out. That Rocket Loon does a lot of work. I always, now that you can get any Super Troop donated, I always recommend using a Rocket Loon with your Yeti Bombs. Don't use a Valkyrie. That shit doesn't do anything. Use a Rocket Loon. Sometimes a Super Wall Breaker can work, but when in doubt, use a Rocket Loon. It's just objectively better. I'm just going to be a little controversial, but anyway, that's a clutch invisibility spell to keep the Archer Queen on her current path. And now this single Inferno does look like it could be a problem, but we're going to see what Flycast does. The Lalo's coming in, early haste because Town Hall is activated and fucking strong. That Tornado Trap is actually a good thing for the attacker because it sort of draws the loons towards the Town Hall, because the loon pathing didn't really do that. But basically, the Lalo's just cleaning up everything to allow the Queen to finish off the base. Bit low on time, so I'm going to finish this off in ×4. That was a pretty solid attack. Great hit, Flycast. And we got one more hit to look at. Sam described this as a must-watch attack, and I can now see why, because he's featured in it. No, I'm just kidding. And it's going to be a clone Hydra with the super minions. I'm not sure if I've featured this attack yet on my channel, but the super minion blimps are incredibly strong with Hydra. They can work with Lalo too. I'm trying to make it work. It's not going very well, but it has been done with Lalo. But the super minion bomb is best with Hydra, and it's very easy to use. Make sure that sweepers won't be a cunt. Send your Hydra in. Let them be overpowered as shit. Catch everything in the Warden ability, let the blimp fly, and the blimp doesn't need to reach the Town Hall. Because you know how Super Minions got some crazy range, right? Well, just wait for the Coco Loon to move out, clone the Super Minions, keep them invisible, and just watch the fucking fireworks just kill the base. And it's just like, damn. And even after they're made visible, there's so many Super Minions, and since they're a lot more tanky than like Super Wizards or Super Archers, they will still kill shit. And I can now see why Sam said this is a much-watch attack, because we've been watching this replay for about 40 seconds, right? The base is fucked. He probably could have swagged that Royal Champion, because that Queen, there's not really anything for the Queen to finish off, but that was a beautiful attack. All my people who are looking for new attacks to try and figure out how to take down bases with, I highly recommend checking this one out. It's pretty easy to execute, and as you can see, very strong. So with all that being said, thank you very much for watching. I really love having you all here, and I'll see you all the next one. Peace out.